Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and we're going to be taking a look at something really interesting from an awesome knife designer and a really cool company, and that is Banzelcroft Customs. If you guys don't know the company, it's a small company. It's ran by a really cool dude. His name is Michael, and he does some really interesting things with different materials, but particularly with the type of blades that you see here in front of you. Now, I've had the opportunity of interacting with him at Blade Show over the last couple of years, and he always has a couple different models for me to check out. He is gracious enough to kind of provide me some so I could do reviews on them, and I really enjoy talking to him because, you know, the foresight and that he puts into his designs and what he puts out and the materials that he uses is definitely awesome. So what you see in front of you is some of the knives that I have reviewed from him. I'll leave links to all these if you guys want to see individual reviews for them. But the reason that I have them out here is so you guys can see kind of like the transition that I've gone through, starting with the regular one up here. And these are called MEK, M-E-K, and MEK stands for Modern Everyday Kiridashi. Obviously, this has a Kiridashi look, if you guys are familiar with what that is. But they're modern because they use the safety blades here. So you can either have the one like this, or you can have the more scalpel looking one here. But he uses some really awesome materials, and then the body of the handle right here is actually titanium. So it is very lightweight, but it holds up to a lot of use. Now, again, I started with the one up here, then I kind of went to this one here, which was a little bit larger. You know, obviously a different size blade, but a little bit larger, different tasks and stuff like that. And then from that one, I kind of went to a similar form factor, but just a little smaller here. So you guys can see right there, this is a small little handle. And then you have these scales on there, which are really nice wooden scales. The sheaths are also handmade. He makes everything. The sheaths are handmade, obviously, except for the blades, but he makes everything else, and they fit really nice. They're nice slip pocket sheaths, and just, you know, the foresight behind the thought process that he puts into his designs is really awesome. So I had an opportunity to talk with him during Blade Show this year, 2024, and he had another model that he wanted me to check out. I've been using it off and on for the past couple months since Blade Show, and now I wanted to go ahead and showcase it for you guys because I think it is really awesome. And here it is. As you guys can see, it's a little bit on the smaller side, and that is because this is their new Micro MEK, or Modern Everyday Kiridashi. As you guys can see, you have this paracord here. The paracord there is actually very intentional. You do need it, and that's because the Micro is extremely small. As the name says, it is a Micro. So you have pretty much the bare minimum of 2-finger purchase on this little, what do you call it? This little portion right here, the actual knife itself, 2 fingers, and then everything else kind of wraps around that paracord right there. I would almost venture to guess that the knife handle itself is almost the size of the blade here. But again, the really cool thing is that it uses these replaceable safety razor blades, or safety blades, box cutter blades, whatever you want to call them. And they're really easy to find. They're very inexpensive. The cool thing is that all you have to do is remove this, and now it's just a titanium handle. You can fly with it. You can go through metal detectors with it because it is not a knife at all. It's just a handle. If you wanted to fly with it, and maybe when you get to your destination, just go to a hardware store and pick up a couple of these blades, throw it in there, and now you have your own little box cutter here. Now, obviously, the design behind the Micro MEK here is a lot of people were requesting something very small so that you can use for quick little cuts, opening up boxes, packaging, and things like that. Just because you can, you know, give it a pinch right here and open up boxes if you needed to. But again, it doesn't take up a lot of room or any room whatsoever. Then you could just, you know, throw it back into the sheath here, the the leather slip, and then put this in your pocket. And then when you need it, just go ahead and retrieve it and keep using it and not have to worry about it. It is so lightweight. It is extremely lightweight. again, I would almost venture to guess that the blade maybe weighs just as much as the handle itself. But again, you do have this really cool paracord here with a little knot at the end, and then these rubber washers that kind of keep everything in place. And it's just really awesome. But for me, it's just seeing the progression. Again, you know, he's listening to what his audience is asking for. You know, the folks that are picking up his knives are asking for, and you know, coming up with things to kind of satisfy that. And I really, really dig that about him. I love what he's doing with his company. So if you guys are interested, I will leave a link below to his company. He is really big on Instagram as well. So if you guys, you know, want to follow him on Instagram, you know, he'll post when, you know, when he's coming out with new designs. Also, he uses a lot of really interesting materials as far as the woods. This one here is actually denim, which is really cool. One of the first things that really sold me on this was the fact that he was using this denim for the scales here, and then it's got brass in as far as a liner in there. So that was really, really awesome too. I love the way that looked, the denim with the brass. So that's one of the things that kind of sold me on that one. But I think for the most part, you know, a lot of the stuff that you know you're gonna see on his page, on his you know, website is gonna blow you away. This right here is, you know, not even indicative of all the things that you could see that he's doing with, you know, his designs and all that. He's got a bunch of different sizes, as you guys can see from here, but on the MEKs, you know, he's got the micro, he's got a mini, different, you know, again, different configurations, different materials on the scale. So I would definitely urge you to go ahead and check him out. If you like this kind of stuff, it's a little bit more customs, and again, the company's called Banzelcroft Customs, just because it's custom. You know, a lot of times the stuff that you see on the site is the one you're going to get. You know, it's not mass producing these or anything like that. So just keep that in mind. But if you're the type of person that wants something to carry as part of your EDC that's different than what everybody else is carrying, even if somebody were to pick up a similar one, it's not going to be exactly the same because it's going to be custom for you, even down to like the sheath that you pick, the color, and all that stuff. So definitely go ahead and check them out. But I wanted to showcase the new Micro MEK here just because I think it's just really cool. And again, it's something easy to carry, easy to travel with if you had to. But even all of these, you know, again, all you have to do is remove the blade, and now it's just a handle without a blade, and you can go ahead and travel with that because there's you know, it's not a knife, it's just a handle there. And then when you get to your destination, just pick up a couple blades, and that way you'll have what it is that you need in order to, you know, to have a sharp cutting tool with you. So there it is, just a quick look at the new Micro MEK from Banzelcroft Customs to round out kind of here my little collection. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.